Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. It was nervy, it was ugly, but Liverpool managed to get the job done to restore their 7-point cushion at the top of the table. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be the not so instant match reaction to Liverpool's huge 2-1 victory over Wolves at Anfield this afternoon. It was nervy, it was ugly, it was so uncomfortable. But in the end, Liverpool managed to some way, somehow hold their nerve and get a big victory against Wolves at Anfield in what was a huge game to restore their 7-point lead at the top of the table. But that obviously does not tell the full story of this game. We're going to be talking about the performance, we're going to talk about the result as well and everything else in between. But before we get into all of that and much more, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section down below as well. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, about the performance, about the result, about everything else in between. Would love to hear from you all on what you have to say on this big topic of discussion. Would love to hear from you all, show you what you have to say. Will that make for great and interesting reading down below. So please do use that comment section, people, and talk to me on everything to do with today's game between Liverpool and Wolves, as well as obviously the title race and everything else in between. Get involved, people. We'd love to hear from you all. But without further ado, let's get on with the video, shall we? Let's talk Liverpool. Let's talk Wolves. Let's talk the win for Arne Slot's men as they restore their 7-point lead at the top of the table. Look, the bottom line here is that we won the game. That is all I can say, because it was a shockingly bad performance, but especially the second half. The first half, not so much, but the second half was absolutely atrocious. And if we were against the side that was more clinical in the final third, we would have got punished incredibly. We would have got put to the sword, because Wolves had everything other than the end product. We were so bad in that second half, but the damage was already done in the first half, and we managed to see the game out. Unlike what we did midweek against Everton, alright, somewhat controversial moments in that game. On this occasion, we managed to see the game out. And you know what? We are going to have to take games like this. It's not the most prettiest of performances. It's not the best of performances in its entirety. But there are going to be games like this from now until the end of the season in all competitions that we are in, that we are going to have to just ride out that storm, get across the finish line by hook or by crook. And as long as we get the result, that is all that is going to matter. Because yes, the performance needs to drastically improve, and we'll get onto that a little later. But you know what? In certain games, you just have to get across the finish line. Look at Arsenal yesterday. They weren't great against Leicester. They weren't amazing, no matter what some of their fans may tell you. But in the end, they grinded out a result right at the death when it mattered most. That is exactly what Liverpool did today. And there is some aspects of that I can tolerate, and that I can go, you know what? Fair play. But the way that we couldn't even control the ball, get a hold of the ball, or even string about 4 or 5 passes together for the majority of that second half is absolutely atrocious, and very much needs to be looked at, because it was so uncomfortable. It was so nervy towards the end. And I've got to say that I don't think I'm the only Liverpool fan in this, but I was just half expecting 2-2 to be flashed up. I was half expecting Wolves to just score an equaliser, and for that to just obviously be shown on the screen that I was watching it in. It was very much uncomfortable, very nervy, but at the end of the day, Liverpool managed to have enough about them to get across the finish line. And you know what? Especially with us being at home as well, things need to be improved upon. Look, first half goals from Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah were enough. Mateus Cunha with a fantastically well taken goal in the second half to kind of put the game into an interesting finale. But the damage, like I say, was done in the first half. Luis Diaz bundled the ball in to the back of the net. Nice little bit of build-up play. Unlucky from Salah not to get the ball back into Diaz. It deflects eventually into his path. And he kind of tries to take it around the goalkeeper. Gets fouled by the goalkeeper in taking it around him. But the ball has enough momentum to carry it over the goal line. And then the second one, Diaz wins the penalty. So not only does he get the goal, but he also gets, I think technically it counts as an assist. Wins the penalty, and Mohamed Salah steps up from 12 yards and makes no mistake whatsoever in converting from 12 yards. And then after that, it seemed like we basically went, job's done and dusted. We don't need to do anything more. And then in the second half, that's when things started to unravel a little bit, and we didn't have any control of the game whatsoever. Wolves pressed us. They were very, very good in everything that they did. They made a few chances, and then eventually they score a goal. Brilliantly well taken goal from Matheus Cunha. He sells Ryan Gravenberch back to Bayern, turns him, left-footed, beautiful curling effort to beat Alisson Becker. Now, I don't exactly think they created too much after that goal. Nothing really to worry about, but there was a chance before they actually scored as a warning sign where Alisson Becker had to be on top form to deny, I believe it was Cunha again actually, I could be wrong on that, but to deny Cunha again. Fantastic one-on-one save from the Brazilian goalkeeper. That is why he is the best in the world at what he does. But yeah, it was not comfortable at all. It was very, very nervy. But we eventually got the job done, and we played out to the final whistle, and we got a victory that we definitely and desperately needed, especially after the week we've had, in which obviously the Everton result had been and gone. There had been a lot of talk in the aftermath of that about Liverpool crumbling, Liverpool obviously having their head loss. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great today, especially with us being at home. But you know what? We got the job done, and we can at least have that to restore our 7-point lead at the top of the table. So what I will say about the performance, well, first off, like I say, for the opening 40 minutes, I thought we were very, very good, controlled the game very well, got a couple of goals when we needed them. It's a Stonewall penalty, don't let anyone say anything different. Stonewall penalty, very good, well taken goal by Salah from this penalty spot. Even before that, Luis Diaz's goal, somewhat fortuitous, but again, if the ball doesn't go in, then there is technically grounds for another penalty to be awarded for Liverpool in that scenario. And then after that, I don't know. I don't know what it is sometimes with the Liverpool team. Sometimes we'll either kill teams off and we'll go for the throat and we'll just go, we'll go bang, third goal, bang, fourth goal, bang, 5 goal. Or sometimes we'll just completely lay off the gas and we'll go like, all right, cool, we'll just see this game out. And we laid off the gas way too much for Wolves to continue to probe, continue to press, and then in the second half, apart from maybe about a couple of 5-minute spells here and there, Wolves pretty much had it all their own way. Wolves. And, you know, like I say, if they were much more clinical in front of goal, they easily could have got back into the game and at the very least taken a point from us in the end. Like I say, Matheus Cunha scores a fantastically well taken goal, no doubt about it. But again, it's so frustrating that you can see the goal coming from a mile away, and yet we did nothing to try and stop it. Alisson Becker pulls off an incredible 1v1, and the only real attacks that Liverpool had were Mohamed Salah scoring an offside goal. He's just offside in the build-up, it seems, to the goal. But it's a lovely ball by Trent, and it's a fantastic finish from Salah. It's so unfortunate he is just offside. Otherwise, it would have been another goal to add to his collection and another fantastic finish from our Egyptian king. But it's unfortunate that happened. And then the second moment of attack that we had, Diogo Jota goes down in the penalty area. The referee awards a penalty. It's then overturned by VAR because it's judged that Jota has essentially dived. And it was 100% the right call. 100% the right call. But why Jota is deciding to fall to the floor in that scenario rather than retrieve the ball to shoot, I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. It was stupid from him, and it could have actually cost us. Like I say, if Wolves had got back into that game even more, it really, really could have cost us even more so going forward. And we could have been looking at that moment and going, what the hell were you thinking? But it wasn't exactly Jota's greatest moment. It wasn't exactly Jota's greatest game, in all honesty. But he gets away with that one. And he got away with it even more so because he should have been booked. He should have been booked for that dive. But for whatever reason, the referee kept his cards in his pocket on that score. And I think overall that's going to infuriate a lot of rival fans even more so. You know, forget Wednesday. Like, who was ever going to defend Liverpool's corner on Wednesday for Michael Oliver's shockingly bad performance? But as soon as Liverpool maybe get a little bit of the rub of the green on this occasion, everybody is on Liverpool's back again, and Liverpool is trending, and everybody's saying, oh, Liverpool get the favourable decisions. The PGMOL and the referees want Liverpool to win the league. It's funny how they all come out of their little hidey holes whenever Liverpool do get a little bit of rub of the green on that one, because we got lucky with Diogo Jota's penalty decision to obviously not get him a yellow card. I think he would have been brought off anyway, but it is still a yellow card that obviously over time can accumulate. So we get away with that one a little bit. People are saying in the first half, Ibrahima Konate was lucky not to escape a second yellow card. You know, again, it's one of them ones that I've seen given time and time again. I've also seen them not given, so it really does depend on the referee. It's one of them that if it does happen, I probably will be like, that is so annoying, because there have been times this season where they haven't been given, but I can also go, you know what, I can understand why it has been given, because there are probably times where it has been given in the past for a second yellow. I don't personally think it was a second yellow, not just because I'm a Liverpool fan, but simply for the reason that not every challenge whilst you are on a yellow card is a yellow card offence. And that's what people need to get through their minds. Because again, I saw a lot of people go off on the fact that Konate wasn't given a red card. Not every foul that happens whilst you are on a yellow card is a yellow card offence. Can't stress that enough. Can't stress that enough to certain people, that is the reality of the situation. Not every yellow card offence is stonewall when you're already on a yellow card. I can't stress that enough. And rightfully so, Arne Slot does take him off in the second half. But you can also maybe make an account, or as a Liverpool fan, I can probably say that, you know, Nori should have been shown a yellow card in the second half for a challenge from him. There may be one or two other ones. I know there were a couple of Liverpool ones that were very cynical, that didn't get any further punishment, that probably could have done or should have done. So again, I don't think the referee had a great game, but there were cases for both sides. But you're of course not going to hear about it in defence of Liverpool, because that's not the narrative that a lot of rival fans, Arsenal fans, United fans, Everton fans, they don't want to obviously hear that. They just want to hear they defended Liverpool, that means they're cheating, that means they're wrong. So I think it was for both. Yes, Liverpool probably did get a little bit more of the rub of the green on this one, and I will call that out completely. And then the big one, obviously, that a lot of people are going on about is the slight nudge from Diaz, I think, in the build-up to Liverpool's penalty being awarded. The first penalty that was definitely awarded Stonewall and obviously was not overturned. A lot of people obviously making reference to Konate's on Wednesday night. Now, what I will say is that I will always try and be consistent on these matters, and my consistency is this. I said on Wednesday that if that goal had been chalked off, I thought it would have been extremely soft, but I could understand why. I said that I would mainly keep it But given the context that the referee had been refereeing that game with, it would only make sense for that to have been correctly chalked off given the context of how the referee was refereeing that game, and that literally every seemingly small foul was being given as a foul, especially when it came to Everton players being fouled. A Liverpool player only had to look in an Everton player's direction for a foul to be given in favour of the Toffees in that game. In the context of this one, the referee was a little bit more lenient, let more things go, in my personal opinion, and so the little nudge on the back, again, isn't a foul, would have been very soft if it had been overturned, the penalty for the alleged foul, but was the right decision, like what I said on Wednesday. So at least I'm being consistent in that particular aspect to a certain extent, given how inconsistent referees are and how poorly officiated certain games can be. So that's what I will say on that one. But look, no, Liverpool definitely need to improve. I mean, the second half was mainly built from a Liverpool point of things on our defensive second half subs standing up and being countered. Connor Bradley, absolutely brilliant, I thought. Jerome Kwanzaa, what an insane block that was in the second half. Like, that was as good as a goal, and it proven to be with obviously the way that we obviously went on to win the game. Absolutely insane block. And then Wataru Endo, oh my, he probably could have been man of the match, to be fair, because the way that he came on, and it wasn't so much that he calmed things down completely, but the way that he would put himself about, battle hard, and the way that he would just break up play by winning a couple of free kicks here and there. The one where he wins it on the edge of his own penalty area towards the corner flag. The one where he wins it on the opposite side near the corner flag as well. Just absolutely outstanding from him. And I think, again, I did point this out when I did my match reaction to the Liverpool-Everton game. If we'd have probably threw on Endo in that game, we probably would have seen the game out. Because that is exactly what Endo does. He's just a warrior. He just goes in and he just battles for the ball. He's got one thought in his mind. Can I win this ball back for my team? Can I break up some play? Can I give us some time to recover and relax and just calm things down a little bit? And that's exactly what Endo does. And I do feel, like I say, if we'd have maybe put Endo in that situation on Wednesday night, maybe, just maybe, we would have got the job done. But obviously that's for hindsight. This is what happened tonight. And like I say, we definitely need to improve. Keeping hold of the ball was a major struggle in that second half. We had like an XG of 0. We had an XG of 0 in that second half. It was absolutely atrocious from Liverpool in terms of that aspect. But you know what? We got the job done. We got the job done. It is worrying that all of those things come and we're at home. That definitely needs to improve upon. Obviously, I think we need to trust Federico Chiesa more. We need to have more trust in Endo. We need to have to see games out. I think we probably needed a bit more composure on the ball from back to front. Trent was awful today. Just seemingly completely off it. Andy Robertson is done and dusted as far as what I'm concerned. Like, surely there's someone in the academy that we can maybe put at left back, because I don't trust Tsimikas either. But they can't be any worse than them two. Yeah, there's a lot there for us to digest and look back on. There's a lot there for us to focus on. But you know what? The bottom line is we get 3 points. We're back 7 points clear at the top of the table. We've got a massive run of games coming up. We have got Aston Villa. We've got City. We've got Newcastle. That is a horror display. That is a horrible run of games. But all of them in their own way can be tackled. All of them in their own way can be overcome. And I fully believe and hope we can definitely do that. But like I say, the performances has to improve. we have to get better. We have to we have to show more composure on the ball. We have to show more control, more control, more composure. We just have to be a lot calmer, a lot cooler, and just I don't know what it was today. I don't know what it was. It was just I know Wolves are a good side, and this always had the potential to be a banana skin, but Wolves were just so much better than us after like the 40th minute mark. They were just so much better than us in all areas. Like, they just got on top of us. They just absolutely suffocated us. I don't know what it was, but there was just a nervousness. There was just a nervousness that I've not seen before. Maybe it could be a one-off, and I'm hoping it's just a one-off, because like I say, we are going to need these types of games going forward. No Premier League champion has ever gone through a season without these types of games happening every once in a while. But, you know, Everton wasn't great the other night. A couple of results have gone our way, but maybe the performances haven't exactly been electrifying. There's just a couple of things that are just a little bit concerning. We're getting the results, but they're just a little bit concerning as we head even deeper into this title challenge, even deeper into a run of games which is going to only intensify and just turn up the heat a few notches with each passing game. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge, huge ask for us. But my kind of message to Liverpool fans is just stay calm, enjoy the ride for what it is, and just back the team on the pitch. Off the pitch and stuff, obviously have their own problems. But just on the pitch, be critical, yes. But don't lose your heads. So a lot of Liverpool fans lose their heads over today's performance and over the fact that Arsenal won yesterday and it had absolutely nothing to do with us and we couldn't do anything about it. Certain Liverpool fans saw their team extend their lead at the top of the table and lose their heads still. It was absolutely bizarre to see. But certain members of the fan base did that. And they're all certain members of the fan base and every fan base that will do that. So, yes. Concerning, a little bit. Getting the win, massive. Massive, and what has obviously been a very difficult week for us. But the difficulty doesn't exactly get any easier going forward. We move on to Wednesday. We move on to Aston Villa. Unai Emery's side. We know how much of an awkward side that they can be. We know how much of a thorn in the side of big teams that they can be. Hopefully we catch them on an off day. Hopefully they take it easy on us and we can just breeze past them. No. I obviously know we're in for a very big game there. So fingers crossed for Wednesday. We move on, but a massive 3 points. We get that game done and dusted, and we go 7 points clear yet again. Look, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Liverpool's 2-1 victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers this afternoon? Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, that I'm sure will make for great and interesting reading down below. Use and abuse that comment section, people, and talk to me on the performance, the result, and all things to do with Liverpool Football Club and the title race right now. Would love to hear what you have to say on all of that stuff and much more. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new, and both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Thank you all so much for your either brand new or continued support to the channel. This is very much appreciated by myself. Will never be taken for granted. You guys are absolutely awesome. So thank you all so much. I've been Fletch. This has been another not so instant match reaction. And I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video, live stream, or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you again very, very soon.